Very good morning to all of you, my dear friends. This is Shafiq Ahmed, and you're all welcome to your favorite YouTube channel. Let's learn together. So, students, we have previously in our last class, we have gone through this topic, Gandhiji for the untouchables, what he did for the untouchables. He clearly declared one thing to the people of India that really, if you want Swaraj, if you want independence, then you will have to embrace. आपको गले लगाना होगा किनको the untouchables. You will have to embrace the untouchables. Otherwise, for 100 years, this Swaraj would not come if you will not embrace this, the people of untouchables, those who are you thinking that they should not be touched. And they were known as Harijans. These people were known as Harijan or the children of God. See, Gandhiji called them directly that they are the children of God. Actually, we are also the children, we are also the creation of the God. But Gandhiji said that these Harijan people whom you feel that they are untouchable, actually they are the children of God. He organized Satyagraha, so that they can get entry into the temples, they can access public wells, even tanks, public tanks, even roads and schools, so that they can entry into these places. They could entry, they could study with other students also. So Gandhiji had done a lot for these people, for the Harijans, and to show the people of India that we should not avoid untouchables, he himself cleaned toilets to dignify or to honor the work of the sweepers. Especially these Harijan people or the untouchable people used to do the work of sweepers or any such type of work. So Gandhiji himself did that work to show that he really embraced the Harijan. He do not feel any shame on touching the untouchables, on embracing the untouchables. That's why he pleaded, means he requested the upper caste, means the Brahmins and the Rajputs, they are the upper class people. So he requested those upper class people to change their heart, है ना, कि अपने दिल को आप लोग change करें, change your heart, change your thinking and give up this sin of untouchability. और ये जो आप गुनाह कर रहे हैं, पाप जो कर रहे हैं untouchability का, please stop that, he requested. So that is the thing that Gandhiji has done for the untouchable peoples. Now our next topic is what? Separate electorates. Means we have discussed it earlier also in our last class. Let me recap few things, that it is such a system where people of one religion or one caste will only vote for their own candidate, or for only their own religion or for only their own caste people. So these were the demand at that particular time going on during the nationalist movement, because it was just created to partition, to divide the people. And it was one of the trick played by the British government. British government was thinking that now the movement are raising, the movement are getting stronger and stronger, so they thought that we should divide the people. So they ignited, उन्होंने एक जलाया, क्या जलाया लोगों के बीच में ये उम्मीद, है ना, they ignited the hope that they can be given separate country or separate place to live in, and they should ask for that one. So the Britishers were very quiet over here, very clever. So they wanted to divide, and they asked them, they pulled them up, they pushed them, or you can say they encourage different societies of people so that they can ask for this separate electorate, है ना, जहां पर लोग अपने अपने रिलीजन और अपने अपने कैंडिडेट्स को कॉन्टेस्ट में, इलेक्शन में खड़ा करेंगे और उन्हीं को वोट करके जिताएंगे, so that their people, है ना, the people from their caste and their religion would win the election and can be a part or can be a member of the legislative councils where the laws of the countries are made, and so that they can participate in that councils and win and get something beneficial for their society, for their people. That was the thinking of the different societies that was going on in India, at that time. And it was first asked, separate electorate, the demand of separate electorate was asked first by B.R. Ambedkar. For whom? For the people who were Dalit communities. He asked for those people that they should be given such lower class people, such be given such a separate electorate system. See over here, the Congress leaders opposed the policy of the British government. See, this was the policy of this was the trick played by the British government, and the Congress leaders were opposing it, means going against that policy of British government, because they have tried to initiate different people in demanding separate electorate. Means they were just pushing the different communities, the people of the different communities, okay, come and ask for separate electorate, we will give you. Means that was the thinking of the Britishers. They want to separate different societies, they want to क्रिएट ए वॉल बिटवीन द डिफरेंट सोसाइटीज, है ना, बीच में एक दीवार खड़ा करना चाहते थे ब्रिटिशर्स कि अलग अलग सोसाइटी के लोग अलग अलग हो जाएं, सो दैट दे कैन नॉट स्ट्रगल, दे कैन नॉट फाइट बैक फॉर द स्वराज ऑल टुगेदर, है ना, कि लोग एक साथ खड़े होकर हमसे लड़ना नहीं शुरू कर दें स्वराज के लिए, इंडिपेंडेंस के लिए. दैट वाज द ट्रिक प्लेड बाय द ब्रिटिशर्स. दे वांटेड टू सेपरेट द इंडियंस. द ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट encouraged, you can see over here clearly written in your textbook, that the British government encouraged different people to ask for separate electorates, है ना. ये मतलब एक तरीके से उत्साह कर, मतलब उकसा रहे थे लोगों को कि आओ सेपरेट इलेक्टोरेट मुझसे मांगो, मैं आपको दे दूंगा, ताकि आप लोग डिवाइड हो जाओ. Because such a policy, see, the Britishers were thinking that such a policy would weaken the national movement, है ना. ये जो national movement चल रहा था, civil disobedience movement, ये सबसे ज्यादा उनको खटक रहा था Britishers को. That was creating a lot of problem for the Britishers, because the people of India, the nationalists of India, they were just breaking their laws, breaching the laws, you can say, है ना. उनके कानून को तोड़ रहे थे यहाँ के लोग. That was the thinking or great worry for the Britishers. That's why they started this policy of dividing the people. So Britishers were thinking this policy would weaken the national movement and extend Britishers stay in India. They were thinking that only then we will be able to stay more in India if we will divide them. If we will divide the people, then we will be able to live over here for more years. So that was the thinking of the Britishers. वो चाहते थे कि हमको और अगर यहाँ रहना है इंडिया में, तो हम लोगों को क्या करना होगा, इन लोगों को जो लोग डिवाइड एक साथ स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं, मूवमेंट कर रहे हैं, we will have to divide them. The Congress leaders were one and all in favor of joint electorates. लेकिन कांग्रेस लीडर्स क्या कह रहे थे कि नहीं, we will not ask for the separate electorate, we will go for joint electorate. यानी हम लोग मिल के इलेक्शन में कॉन्टेस्ट करेंगे. We will all together contest the election, and whoever will win will be the member of the legislative councils. So Congress का डिमांड था joint electorate. Britishers क्या कह रहे थे, separate electorate to divide the people. Congress was trying to unite the people. Britishers were trying to divide the people. The Britishers were trying to divide the people by pushing them, encouraging them for separate electorate, while the Congress leaders want to unite the people by having joint electorate, है ना, मिल के इलेक्शन लड़ेंगे. ये कांग्रेस का कहना था. Let us see what happened next. The different political leaders differed over the question of separate electorate because of these reasons. है ना. Now our next topic is what we will have the view of different political leaders over of that time. So what were their thinking regarding this separate electorate, है ना. ये separate electorate से different leaders का thinking क्या था, and how they were getting different, है ना. They were getting separated because of this separate electorate. Separate electorate उनको कैसे अलग कर रहे थे. Let us see. The Muslim leaders like Muhammad Iqbal and Muhammad Ali Jinnah asked for separate electorates. After B.R. Ambedkar, the Muslim leaders also started asking for separate electorate. ये भी कह रहे थे मुझे भी separate electorate दे दिया जाए. And they have given the reason. उन्होंने reason भी बताया. What was the reason? Let us see. Reason number one, the Muslim leaders were saying that they wanted to safeguard the political interest of the Muslim. They were saying that we want to safeguard the interest, the political interest of our religion. We want our members to be there in the legislative councils also. So that was one of the reasons they were saying that we are asking for separate electorates, so that our member also would be there in the legislative council. Next, they were saying the majority of the people in India were Hindus. Yes, we all know that the majority of the people in India, are from Hindu religion. So they were saying the majority of the people are Hindus in India. So in case of joint electorate, means if they will go for the joint electorate, then what would happen? They were thinking, means they were just saying the future, trying to see the future. They were saying, if in the case of joint electorate, the Muslims would have little chance of winning the seats. So over this point, they were saying that if from our area also, or from the area where there is a majority of the Hindu people are living, and that in that particular area, if a Muslim candidate will try to contest the election, then they will, means that Muslim candidate would have very little chances of winning the seats, because the majority of the people are Hindus and they will vote for their own people. So that was the thinking of the Muslim leaders at that time, that they were thinking that we cannot win the election because of the majority of the population, because of the majority of the people having the same or common religion over here. They would always say, they were saying, these leaders, that the Muslims would be at the mercy of the Hindus. मुस्लिम्स को जो है किसके रहम पर रहना पड़ेगा? हिंदूज के रहम पर रहना पड़ेगा, है ना, उनके कहने को मानना पड़ेगा. That was the thinking of these Muslim leaders like Muhammad Iqbal and Muhammad Ali Jinnah. They were thinking that the Muslim in this country will have to follow the orders of the Hindus because of the majority of the population. So these three reasons were given by Muhammad Iqbal and Muhammad Ali Jinnah and such Muslim leaders, and they said that that is the reason why we are asking for separate electorate. So in your exam also you can face this question, and you will have to write these points, that why they have asked for separate electorates, why the Muslim leaders were asking for separate electorates. Next, let us see the leaders of the depressed class. Now here comes Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. He was the leader of the depressed class, or you can say the Dalit people or the scheduled caste people. Right? So he was also asking for the separate electorate. Let us see why they were asking for the separate electorate. Very important, Anna. These 2 points are very important. Point number 2 and point number 3. And point number was regarding the Britishers, why they were asking people or forcing people or convincing people to ask for separate electorate. Point number 1 deals with that. Point number 2 deals with the Muslim leaders. Point number 3, now we are going to deal with the depressed classes. That is the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was their leader. And why B.R. Ambedkar was asking for separate electorate? Let us see. He was saying in the joint electorate, he feared, even Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was fearing the dominance of the upper electorates, or you can say the upper class people. He was thinking that in the joint electorate, these upper class people will dominate over the lower class Hindus. So he was thinking that we should also have separate electorate, our separate area from where our candidate will only contest the election, and our candidate will win the election, and our candidate will be there in the legislative assembly also, where the laws of the country is being made. So that was the thinking of B.R. Ambedkar, that our candidate should be there in the place of the assembly or the legislative assembly or the parliament. There should be our member also. But गांधी जी started fast unto death, है ना. गांधी जी ने क्या शुरू कर दिया था? फास्टिंग करना, कि जब तक हम मर नहीं जाएंगे हम फास्टिंग करते रहेंगे. Otherwise B.R. Ambedkar will have to leave this particular demand of separate electorate. So Gandhi ji, however, convinced Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and there was a Pune Pact, है ना, that we have discussed. Pune Pact के बाद उन्होंने ये जीत छोड़ दिया था Dr. B.R. Ambedkar ने. But what he agreed to? He agreed to have joint electorate with the Hindus. लेकिन B.R. Ambedkar ने joint electorate के लिए हाँ कर दिया था, लेकिन वो किसके साथ joint electorate करेंगे? With the Hindus, and not the way, and not with other religion people, not with the Muslims, Sikhs or the Christians. What he agreed upon to have a joint electorate with the Hindus only. And on the condition, there was one condition more, that the seats of the depressed class should be fixed. यानी कितने कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसीज से उनके कैंडिडेट्स खड़े होंगे, कॉन्टेस्ट करेंगे इलेक्शन, इट शुड बी फिक्स्ड. 5 constituencies या 25 constituencies. We know that India has been divided into number of constituencies according to the population. So they were demanding this joint electorate, that we should have fixed or reserved seats है ना, from where our candidate will contest the election. And they were asking for fixed or reserved seats in the provincial as well as central legislative councils. Provincial over here means regional wise, means they wanted in the, you can say, the Vidhan Sabha or the local assembly of that particular state. So they want reserved seats in the state also, they want reserved seats in the central council, legislative councils, and only then they have signed this pact. So Gandhi ji as well as the Congress party, they agreed, okay, we will have joint electorate and we will give you the fixed or the reserved seats in the state as well as central legislative councils. So they agreed upon by signing this pact. So we got the reasons why Muslim leaders were asking for and why Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, means depressed class people, were asking for separate electorates. Try to remember the reasons, very important. Our next topic is what? Clash between the कांग्रेस एंड द मुस्लिम लीग, है ना, दोनों के बीच में क्लैश क्यों हो रहा था? लेट अस सी. द कांग्रेस, एज वी हैव डिस्कस्ड अर्लियर आल्सो, दैट दे हैव एसोसिएटेड ओपनली विद द हिंदू रिलीजियस नेशनलिस्ट ग्रुप्स लाइक द हिंदू महासभा. कांग्रेस ने सामने से आकर हाथ मिलाया था किसके साथ? हिंदू महासभा के साथ. दे एसोसिएटेड ओपनली, है ना, छुप के भी नहीं, सामने से उन्होंने हाथ मिलाया है कि हम आपके साथ मिलके काम करेंगे. द कांग्रेस पार्टी डिड दिस पर्टिकुलर थिंग दैट दे एसोसिएटेड विद द हिंदू महासभा. अब इससे क्या हुआ प्रॉब्लम? ईच कम्युनिटी ऑर्गेनाइज रिलीजियस मार्च विथ मिलिटेंट पैशन. देखो, then the different communities like the Muslims, the Sikhs and the Christians, they all started ऑर्गेनाइजिंग रिलीजियस मार्च, है ना, रिलीजियस मार्च निकालते थे, यानी जुलूस वगैरह निकालते थे रोड पे विथ मिलिटेंट पैशन, मतलब हाथों में हथियार लेकर, है ना, विद देयर वेपन्स, है ना, कोई तलवार लेकर, कोई गन लेकर, कोई लाठी लेकर. एवरीवन यूज्ड टू स्टार्ट ऑर्गेनाइजिंग दिस रिलीजियस मार्च. क्योंकि कांग्रेस ने किसके साथ हाथ मिला दिया था? हिंदू महासभा के साथ. सो हियर द हिंदूज वर नॉट हैविंग प्रॉब्लम, but the other people who are living in this country, they were having doubt whether this Congress party is with them or not. So they started organizing religious march with militant passion. It set fire to, see, ऐसा करने से कांग्रेस ने जो हिंदू महासभा के साथ हाथ मिलाया था, इसके ऐसा करने से क्या हो गया? इट सेट फायर टू हिंदी मुस्लिम कम्युनल क्लासेस. यानी एक तरीके से चिंगारी लग गया था हिंदू और मुस्लिम के बीच के रिलेशन के बीच में, है ना. दे स्टार्टेड क्लैशिंग विथ ईच अदर एंड राइट्स इन वेरियस सिटीज. राइट्स मींस दंगा होना शुरू हो गया बहुत सारे शहरों में. पीपल स्टार्टेड फाइटिंग विथ ईच अदर. हिंदू मुस्लिम का ये मामला जो है वहां से शुरू हो गया. बिकॉज कांग्रेस, in your first point, remember this first point, that Congress have met hand with the Hindu Mahasabha. That's why this was going on. सिर्फ मुस्लिम्स को प्रॉब्लम नहीं था, अदर पीपल, अदर रिलीजन पीपल वर हैविंग थिंकिंग और ऑफ डॉट, है ना, एवरीवन वाज हैविंग डॉट. तो हिंदू मुस्लिम कम्युनल क्लैशेस, राइट्स, ये सब शुरू हो गए इंडिया में. एवरी राइट, जितना भी दंगा हो रहा था, दैट डिपेंड द डिस्टेंस, है ना, ये और दोनों लोगों के बीच में डिस्टेंस को बढ़ाते जा रहा था. इट वाज जस्ट वाइडनिंग द डिस्टेंस बिटवीन द हिंदूज एंड मुस्लिम बिकॉज ऑफ दिस एवरी राइट, एवरी दंगा. जितना दंगा हो रहा है उतने लोग जो अलग होते जा रहे हैं. एंड दैट वाज द प्लानिंग ऑफ द ब्रिटिशर्स कि ये लोग दो बड़े मेजर जो पॉपुलेशन इंडिया में, हिंदू एंड मुस्लिम, दे शुड नॉट बी यूनाइटेड. यही उनका प्लानिंग था कि ये लोग दोनों यूनाइट नहीं हो जाए. एंड दैट वाज गोइंग ऑन. And we don't know why the Congress have met hand or shake hand with their Hindu Mahasabha, because of that shaking hand with the Hindu Mahasabha openly, that started all this stuff of clashes. People were thinking whether this Congress party are with them or not. Congress and the Muslim League, they tried to renegotiate a union. मुस्लिम ने और कांग्रेस लीडर्स ने और मुस्लिम लीडर्स ने एक बार दोबारा कोशिश किया कि चलो एक बार फिर से हम लोग एक हो जाते हैं, लेट अस यूनाइट टुगेदर. एंड इन 1927 इट अपीयर्ड दैट सच ए यूनिटी कुड बी फॉर्म. और ये नजर आया 1927 में, यस, वी कैन यूनाइट टुगेदर. दैट देयर वाज अ, यू कैन सी, दे सॉ द चांस, ओके, हम लोग एक हो सकते हैं. नाउ लेट अस सी व्हाट हैपेंड नेक्स्ट, वेदर दे यूनाइटेड और नॉट. The important differences were over the question of the representation in the future assemblies that were to be elected. सब बात की जो लड़ाई का जो जड़ था, है ना, why they were fighting for, this is the red line. The red lines are showing you why they were fighting for. They were fighting for the question of the representation, means who will represent in the National Assembly or the legislative councils, and that would be elected after India will get independence, है ना. आजादी के बाद जो है नेशनल असेंबली में कौन लोग होंगे, कौन रिप्रेजेंट करेगा, इसके लिए लड़ रहे थे. मीन्स दे वर फाइटिंग बिफोर द इंडिपेंडेंस. इंडिपेंडेंस अभी आजादी मिला नहीं है ब्रिटिशर्स से, बट दे स्टार्टेड फाइटिंग विद दिस वन कि हु विल रिप्रेजेंट इन द नेशनल असेंबली इन द फ्यूचर असेंबलीज. एंड दैट वाज द प्लानिंग ऑफ द ब्रिटिशर्स. ये सारा ब्रिटिशर्स का प्लान था कि इन लोग को ऐसे ही लड़ा दो, है ना. आजादी से पहले ये लोग लड़के खुद से मर जाएंगे तो कौन आजादी मांगेगा. That was the planning of the Britishers. See, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, one of the leader of the Muslim League, was willing to give up the demand. अब मुस्लिम लीग के लीडर जो है मोहम्मद अली जिन्ना, he said, okay, I will not ask for separate electorate, but I have few demands. मेरा कुछ डिमांड है वो पूरा करें आप लोग. What was the demand? Number one, Muslims were assured reserved seats in the Central Assembly. Demand number one, that Muslims should get the reserved seats like the depressed classes of B.R. Ambedkar. So Muslims also asked that we also want reserved seats in the Central Assembly. Number one. And what they asked else, representation in proportion to population in the Muslim dominated provinces like Bengal and Punjab. और ये कह रहे थे कि बंगाल और पंजाब में जो जहाँ पर हमारा population ज़्यादा है, where we are having more people, है ना, Muslim people, then they should get what? Muslim dominated provinces, means such area where our candidate will only contest the election and we will win from there, and our members from the Muslim community will be there in the state council, state legislative councils. So they wanted, especially you can say that the Muslim asked for two states, Bengal and Punjab, where they will dominate, where they will rule, and according to them they will rule in that particular two states. So number one demand was they wanted reserved seats in the Central Assembly. Number two, demand number two was they wanted to dominate in these two states of India, Bengal and Punjab. Dominate कैसे करेंगे, यानी कि वो चाह रहे थे कि यहाँ से सिर्फ हमारे कैंडिडेट इलेक्शन में खड़े होंगे. Like Maharashtra and Nagpur was asked by B.R. Ambedkar, है ना. महाराष्ट्र और नागपुर में वहां उन्होंने B.R. Ambedkar ने मांगा था कि from that two places our candidate will only contest the election. Like them, the Muslims leaders also asked that being from Bengal and Punjab, our candidate will contest the election and we will dominate in these two states. Like the B.R. Ambedkar asked for Maharashtra and Nagpur. So होता है ना कि एक लोगों को देखकर दूसरे लोग फॉलो करना शुरू कर देते हैं. That was going on in India. One party started, one society started asking for some demand, then the other parties also will start and compete in the field. They all started competing and asking for the demands like this. That is all in this class. We will again continue our next class, that is next week over here. So we have seen that the leaders of the depressed class, B.R. Ambedkar, as well as the Muslim leaders, all of them started asking for separate electorates. But on the other hand, Congress was not ready to give separate electorate position to anyone. And what they have decided, that Congress as well as the depressed class association, that is B.R. Ambedkar's party, you can say that they are ready to contest election on the joint electorate. But no one was ready with the Muslim leaders to have a joint electorate. Even they were also not ready. They were asking for their separate electorate also. But they have put their conditions also that we have discussed, that how can they remove the chances or give up their demand of separate electorate also. So we got that reasons also. So let us move ahead. What is the next over here? The Congress associated openly, that we have discussed with the religious nationalists. Each community again started religious march, and there was a riot, danga, you can say, Hindu Muslim of everywhere. And you can see Muhammad Ali Jinnah, he was ready to give up the demand for separate electorate, but his demand was that he should get reserved seats for the Muslims in the Central Assembly. And he wants Muslim dominated provinces in Bengal and Punjab. So let us move ahead. What happened next to there? So the Muslim leaders, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, was ready for the negotiations because he has given up his points. When can he give up his demand of separate electorates? So he was ready to talk face to face if the Congress would be ready to give them the uh, reserve seats as well as the dominant position in these two particular states, Bengal and Punjab. Let us see whether that negotiation happened or not. Negotiation over the questions of representation was continuing. There was negotiation they were trying to negotiate regarding the question of representation, who will represent in the assembly. And that all hope of resolving the issue of the rights which were going on, and different political leaders as well as societies were separating one by one from the national campaign, united campaign. So there was a hope that all these issues will be resolved. That's why they organized all parties conference in 1928 to have a talk-to-talk face and a face-to-face talking and resolve the issues. But that all parties conference in 1928, all the hope of resolving the issue disappeared when Mr. M.R. Jayakar, one of the Hindu Mahasabha leader, strongly rejected the compromise. Mr. M.R. Jayakar strongly rejected that the Hindu Mahasabha is not ready to compromise at any cost. If M.R. Jayakar, that is my thinking, if M.R. Jayakar at that particular time would have been ready to compromise, and if they have tried to find out the solution of that separate electorate, then I don't think that there would be a division of India and Pakistan that is right now we are having. So let us see what happened next. It was rejected by M.R. Jayakar, the Hindu Mahasabha leader. When the civil disobedience movement started, there was an atmosphere of distrust and disbelief between different communities. Not only Muslims were worrying about this one, even the other people of the other religion were having distrust on the Congress party. Means not trusting, not having belief on the Congress party. And there was disbelief between different communities. So that is also one of the reasons that people were divided and separated. And let me tell you that these all are the dirty tricks played by the Britishers. They have sowed the seeds of separation among the in the minds of the different leaders. They are the main culprit. The Britishers are the main culprit over here. How can we blame M.R. Jayakar or Muhammad Ali Jinnah or other leaders? Actually, the main culprit are the Britishers, who have strongly wanted to separate the Indians so that there should not be any united campaign against the Britishers. See, point number 11, that's separated from the Congress, large sections of Muslims were not fulfilled, or you can have, were having doubt to respond to the call for the united struggle, because they were not having belief on the Congress and in their future also. They didn't want, they were not quite sure that whether their future will be bright in India or not. Many Muslim leaders as well as intellectuals, they were expressing their concern about the status of Muslims in India. What would be the status of Muslim in India? So a lot of leaders were having a lot of concern about the status of Muslim as a minority within India. They feared, the Muslims, they feared the culture and identity of minorities would sink, means would finish off under the domination of a Hindu majority. The Muslims were thinking, and not only the Muslims, the other parties, other people, the religion of other people of other religion also were thinking that because there is a Hindu majority in India, so whether their culture and identity will float on the water or whether it will sink down. So they were fearing of, they were not having quite belief on this Congress party and in their future also. So there was a distrust, there was a disbelief on the minds of the different sections of the people of India. Because of this majority Let us see, there are a few questions for you all so that you can try it out to get your notes, to prepare your notes. It will help you out a lot. And that is the last topic of the chapter, that is the sense of collective belonging that we will have to go through. It means what? Samohik Vishwas ki bhavna. Means the nationalists in India, what they were targeting, that we will have to convince the people of India that we are all one. We shall overcome, we shall overcome. You might have heard this particular song also, that we will get over all the troubles. We will get off, we will get rid of the Britishers only when we will think that we are all one. So this is the sense of collective belonging, means this is our country. This thing should be fixed in the mind of all the people of India, all the citizens of India. So this is known as sense of collective belonging. यानी सबको ये समझाना था कि ये देश हमारा है, हम लोग सब एक हैं. That was the sense of collective belonging over here. So what were the steps taken by the nationalists, even different leaders, to have this sense among the people, to create this sense of collective belonging among the people, so that they will feel that it is our country, we are all one over here, and we should fight back the Britishers. We'll have to get rid of the Britishers from India. So let us go through some of the factors which helped in the growth of sense of nationalism among Indians. देशभक्ति का भावना जगाने के लिए इंडियंस में कौन कौन सा फैक्टर ने हेल्प किया, कैसे ये देशभक्ति का भावना को जगाया गया, है ना? What were the factors which helped in the growth of this nationalism feeling among Indians? Means I want to say that means develop nationalist sentiments among Indians. देशभक्ति का पूरा भावना, इरादा, ये कैसे जगाया गया? Let us see. Can you see the photograph or image of there? You can see this is one of the very beautiful one, and it is having a lot of message over here. This is Bal Gangadhar Tilak is standing there, and he is surrounded by the symbols of unity. You can see over there that he is surrounded by the symbols of unity. The sacred institution of different faiths, means temple, church, and masjid, frame in the central figure. You can see over here. Over here you can see the temple, and here you can see the masjid is also there. And let us see, I think it's called Gurudwara, and the church also are all there. Means this figure has been circulated with different sense of different people, so that to show the people that we are all one, we are united, we are not different entities in this country, we are all one. So this is also one of the central figure which was going on and creating the sense of collective belonging among the people. And let us see a few more. We will see later on few more images which helped. Now the question arises over here. You can get 3 marks from here, this part, from this slide. See here. Question may be there in board examination, that when does the feeling of nationalism spread among Indians? Means how can it be spread? See, people begin to believe that they are all part of the same nation. It will help when the people will believe that they are all part of the same nation. Then nationalism will spread out. Then only when we the people will think that this is our nation, this is the same nation for all of us. Another thing, when nationalism will spread, when people will begin to feel that they have a common custom, that is tradition, that is practice. जब ये लोग सोचना शुरू कर देंगे कि हम लोगों का ट्रेडिशन एक है, हमारा कल्चर एक जैसा है ना, we are having same culture, common culture, or you can see culture as a society and civilization, means we are all the part of the same society, civilization, we are having common custom and traditions, and we belong to the same nation. When the people will start thinking or feeling like this, then only the sense of nationalism will spread among the Indians. When people will try to discover some unity that binds them together, so people started to find out something so that all the people of India can bind with the same knot, in the same garland. Have you seen maybe you have seen a lot of garlands. You can see in that garland that there are many flowers, and that all the flowers are tied in the same knot. So people were trying, the nationalists were trying, the national leaders were trying to bind all the people together to find out some factors which could unite them all. Let us see what were those. Point number one, it can fetch you a lot of marks over here. So concentrate. Number one is what? United struggles. People were feeling that they are having common enemy, and they are having common enemies. Who were the common enemy? Who was the common enemy of the India? The Britishers were the common enemy of all the people. So they were struggling unitedly, they were struggling, all of them were struggling, and all of them were in trouble because of the Britishers. So that is also one of the reason, because they were all having same enemy, same issues, then they all united together to fight against the Britishers. That is also one of the reason which is used to spread the sense of nationalism among the Indians. Let us see the next point. You might have heard one proverb in Hindi, I think. Hindi में एक proverb है कि आपके दोस्त का जो दुश्मन है और आपका जो दुश्मन है ना, अगर दोनों कॉमन है ना, दुश्मन का दोस्त जो होता है वो आपके लिए क्या हो जाता है, आपके लिए भी दुश्मन हो जाता है ना. So if you will have same enemy, then the two other parties will unite together to fight the third party who is the common enemy of both. So that was the sin over here. So people from all communities, from all religion flocked together. They combined together to fight the common enemy, that is the Britishers. Next, cultural processes. That also captured a lot of visualization among the Indians. Cultural processes such as history and fiction. Means whenever we read out the history of Bhagat Singh and many other freedom fighters, when we go through the literature, then we get the feeling that this is our culture, this is our history, our folklore. Folklore over here means what? The traditional belief or the customs and the stories of a community, which is used to pass through the generation by word of mouth. And ये वैसे कहानियां होते हैं जो लोग एक दूसरे को सुनाते हैं, है ना, बोलकर, which pass through the generation from word to mouth, है ना, word by word ये एक दूसरे से pass होता है. Such as the glory, the story about the glory of India, है ना, जब इंडिया बहुत तरक्की कर रहा हो, जब उसके फ्रीडम फाइटर्स फाइट कर रहे हो अगेंस्ट द ब्रिटिश, इस ऐसे जैसे स्टोरीज, लोकल हीरोज की स्टोरीज, दिस आर ऑल यूज्ड टू, है ना, क्रिएट और हैव द सेंस ऑफ नेशनलिज्म अमंग द पीपल ऑफ इंडिया. Means the nationalists were using all these things, history and fictions. Even they were using folklore. You can see over here. Even they were having songs, and a different type of singers or composers. They were writing different type of songs, like Bankim Chattopadhyay has written Vande Mataram. So patriotic songs were also there, which is also included in this folklore. Folklore is also there, and even many songs are also there that people were singing the song or writing the song, listening the song, and they were gaining the feeling of what? Nationalism among them. Even popular prints and symbols means people were printing the image of Bharat Mata and the image of India. Even they were using a lot of symbols, using gods, the images of gods and goddesses also, to create the sense of nationalism among Indians. All played a very good part in the making of nationalism among Indians. This history and fiction, this culture, songs, prints and symbols that we will see. Actually, let us see what were those. See over here, the image of Bharat Mata. This image was created by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay. This figure of Bharat Mata is a contrast to the one painted by Abandranath Tagore. So we will look at that image also, that Abandranath Tagore also painted the image of Bharat Mata, and here you can see it is painted by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay. So this image, we are talking about the prints and the symbols. See, you can see the image is decorated with a lot of different symbols, and the images are there. And here you can see that the Bharat Mata, she is denoted over here as Bharat Mata. So Bharat Mata is shown over here with a trishul. Bharat Mata is having a trishul on her hand, standing beside a lion and the elephant. And a lion is there and the elephant is also there. So both symbols are showing the authority and the power of the Bharat Mata, that is the power and the authority of the Indians. So this type of image was shown to have this feeling of nationalism among the Indians. Hope that you have liked the video, and we will meet again in our next video release of the tutorial. And if you are new to this channel, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get the information of the next release of the tutorial. Please share it with your friends and others also. Thank you for the time being. Take care. Stay at home. Bye bye. Take care.